Hello there, darlings. Welcome to the Clockwork Cabaret. They are old, they are not hip. They are the weird answers that you didn't know you needed or wanted. And now, for a friendly reminder, this show is for adults. That darling DJ duo, Emmett Davenport and Lady Attercop, drink cocktails, have potty mouths, and at least one of them was raised by wolves.
And with the sound of the cuckoo, you know that it is time for the Clockwork Cabaret.
Oh.
Hooray!
Hooray!
I am Emmett Davenport.
And I am Lady Attercop.
I don't know what kind of energy we're bringing to this
and
show.
I am uncomfortable with this energy we are bringing to this episode.
I don't know what it is.
It's very transatlantic.
Yes, I feel very like, hello.
Oh, hello, listeners.
I was watching a ridiculous TV show the other day, and they were doing the high trouser voice, and it was cracking me up, and I couldn't stop doing it. So it kept going, hey, how you doing?
Well,
Let's go
this is the transatlantic accent. High trousers is, well, hello, sweetheart. Hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
I got high trousers and 2 guns, and I'm gonna find a broad and make her my bride.
Yes, because everyone thinks that that's what 1947-ish people sounded like back then.
I mean, I have no evidence to the contrary.
Yeah, all the movies were like that. But transatlantic is like, I am very classy.
I'm almost British.
I'm almost British, but not quite.
But American.
I like to say things like Weimaraner.
And pug.
Corgi.
Now we're just being Sadie Doyle. Now we're just knocking off a more famous podcast.
That's fine.
Welcome to the Clockwork Cabaret, where we ape more famous podcasts until we hit that sweet, sweet podcast gold.
I feel like that is a thing that can happen. It's fine.
Well, this
one of the things that I have learned from watching this stupid television show is that I'm not even naming it because I don't want to embarrass myself for the fact that I watched this stupid show. Oh. But it's a stupid...
Is it Dr. Phil?
No, it's a stupid superhero show.
Is it Dr. Phil?
No. No, it's Doctor Strange. No, I'm just kidding. It's not. But they rip off a whole bunch of other shows all the time. And as I was watching it, that made me actually filled me with glee of like, oh, this is the plot from Murder, She Wrote, and this is the plot from Maltese Falcon, and this is the plot from like, and they just lean right into it, and they know they're totally doing it, and I'm like, all right. So what we're doing is not, it's not that weird. Okay.
Is it a ripoff or is it an homage?
Little column A, little column B.
That's right. We're not ripping off Thrilling Adventure Hour.
No.
It's an homage.
It's an homage.
To Frank and Sadie Doyle.
And who knows? Our listeners might not even know who they are.
Oh, if you have not listened to Thrilling Adventure Hour, you should do yourself the favor. It is delightful.
Yes, well, and Sadie and Frank Doyle sound very, like, just are essentially Poppy and Percy.
Yes, it's Paul F. Tompkins and Padgett Brewster. How can you go wrong?
Yes, and they're just basically being Poppy and Percy.
A Poppy and Percy and a little bit of the Thin Man sprinkled in, which we love.
So really, are we ripping them off, or are they ripping us off? And they, who was here first?
Yeah, Paul F. Tompkins. Come on our show and defend yourself. Please, I mean, he does a lot of podcasts.
Please come on the show and defend yourself.
Hey, Paul. Hey, Paul. Hey, Paul.
Can we call you Paul?
Paul, what are you doing other than 3,000 other podcasts a day? You can come on the Clockwork Cabaret. You could tell us your favorite songs. You could tell us your favorite Ice-T songs.
Yes.
He does a very good imitation of Ice-T.
Oh.
It is unsettling. He only ever does it on podcasts because Because he's never done it on camera. Because the visual of Ice-T's voice coming out of his face.
Well, and also, I would imagine that I'm sure Ice-T does not listen to podcasts.
Yes, he's just like, he doesn't want anybody to take a video clip where Ice-T might recognize his face.
Yes, and then he would come for him.
Yeah. I don't think Ice-T cares. He's cashing those SVU checks.
Forever.
Yeah, he does. That's in reruns until his grandchildren have grandchildren.
Yes,
he's fine.
True.
He's not coming after Paul F. I call him Paul F. because we're friends.
Oh, I didn't know.
In this fantasy I have built for myself.
And meanwhile, our listeners are going, I have no idea
what any of this
means or who you're talking about.
They all know Paul F. Tompkins, Mr. Show.
Well, I mean, if our British listeners might not know, or people from
other countries
might not know. Also, I feel like he's very heavily in the podcast world, and so if you don't listen to a lot of podcasts, you have no idea.
But, I mean, he got to start on Mr. Show.
Right, which is a show that I've only watched like 2 episodes of. Oh. And then...
this is where our tastes in comedies diverge.
Like yes, you watch Mr. Show.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I did
comedy
not.
Bang Bang. No, it's fun.
No,
I did watch, and it probably explains a lot about my sense of humor.
Probably, it's probably true. I, on the other hand, do not.
No.
Listen, I don't actually have
Bob Odenkirk for you, huh?
No, I have a really hard time listening to podcasts. I mean, honestly, I do.
Yeah, it's a dead media.
Well, no, it's a lot of talking. That's not something I like.
I just wish those hosts would shut the hell up.
Well, no, a lot of them are very lecture-y. Like, a lot of podcasts are like, ooh, let me talk about this topic and, like, just nail it into the ground. And
the podcasts you were listening to.
I know, I listened to a couple of them, and it was very dry. And it was things where people were like, oh, no, you'd love it. You love this topic. And I would go, I feel like I'm in a lecture hall back in college, and I don't want to do this.
Oh, see, a lot of the podcasts I listen to are like ours, a lot more conversational. Like, so it's people informing you about something, but they're having a conversation with their co-hosts about whatever they're talking about.
That might be. I already have too many friends.
We couldn't possibly.
I couldn't possibly make any more.
I'm sorry, darling. Going back to our transatlantic.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, darling.
Until one of my friends dies, I just don't have room for another one.
It's nothing personal. If you'd like to get on the list, I could provide you with a list of names. Jessica Fletcher would die. In fact, she's on the list.
Feel free to make that happen. She loves murder.
She loves murder.
She writes about it all the time. Also,
I think she's causing a few of them.
I was actually wondering about that.
That's a common fan theory that wherever Jessica Fletcher, as we've already discussed off air about, I've been watching a lot of Murder, She Wrote, and the actors stalwartly trying to get to nail that main accent, and Jessica Fletcher not Jessica Fletcher, Angela Lansbury, just not doing it at all, really heightens there. Well, Jessica, I found a dead body over here.
I think she caused them.
Chowder.
I think she's murdering them.
She might be.
I think
she's a secret British spy.
Yes.
And she has been murdering people along the way.
She's secretly the granny from DuckTales.
The granny from DuckTales is based on
Angela Lansbury.
Angela Lansbury is real life, not the character of Jessica Fletcher. Angela Lansbury has been murdering these people.
It's true. And then they make a show about it.
They made a show
called Murder, She Wrote, where Angela Lansbury stars as a murder writer, and it's a whole thing.
It's very meta.
Yes, it's a whole thing. It was
It is not the plot of Murder, She Wrote at all. Please do not watch Murder, She Wrote
thinking
this to happen.
Oh, now I'm disappointed.
I'm sorry.
I kind of was hoping that was how it was gonna go.
She's
I know,
a very
she's
Miss Marple character.
Yes, yeah, I know. They made her an American version of Miss Marple.
Mm-hmm. And cast a British actress,
yes,
who can't do the main accent.
Who had gravitas.
She didn't have gravitas. She also had fabulous scarves.
Yes.
And Angela Lansbury is like 5'9".
Yeah.
Which I did not know until I started watching Murder, She Wrote. She's just towering over everyone else.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's wearing heels on top of it all. She's just towering over all the other people. And I was like, yes, I can get behind this tall old lady solving the murders. Just busted in there like, out of the way, Pex, let me see the murder. Touching all the murder weapons with her ungloved hands.
Ruining. Well, yeah, because also she's ruining the crime scene that she created in the first place.
Constantly touching
she
everything.
Touched everything in front of the police to muddy the scene.
To be fair to Miss Lansbury, the police are also just touching everything with their ungloved hand. Everybody's just constantly like licking their fingers and then wiping them all over. They're not really, but...
Which you would think that in...
As a modern viewer, you do spend a lot of time like, why not with your bare hands?
Well, yeah,
What?
Well, since then, they've made so many police procedural
Tie
shows.
your hair back! What are you doing?
Put a shower cap on your
Like
head.
at least a ponytail? You got a scrunchie?
Also, put some covers on your shoes.
What? No,
What
you're
are you
just
doing?
tracking mud all over. Yeah.
And this has been the Clockwork Cabaret, where we delve into the very, very minutiae of Murder, She Wrote. No, this
has been the Clockwork Cabaret, where we teach you how to get away with a damn murder. That's
So first,
Gloves.
do a murder, and then write a TV show where you're doing a murder, and then make it look like the murder happened.
Write
and
the
that you're
TV show
first. Write the TV show first. Okay.
Then
do the murder. Okay. And then make sure you wear gloves.
Yeah, wear gloves.
And then don't wear gloves when they're filming the scene, so that it looks very much like you've touched everything, and they're like, "Oh, you've ruined the whole crime scene has been ruined right now. What? Because we were filming this horrible TV show."
So you're saying they filmed Murder, She Wrote live?
Yes, it was all a murder.
It was every one of those people
murder
actually died.
Did you ever see those actors again?
I didn't.
The victims.
It's true.
Yeah, no, because
I saw some of the murderers and other things.
Yes,
but
but
never
the victims,
saw.
the victims you never saw again.
John Astin killed somebody in Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that's
Go
because
Miss
he's a famous
Adams.
actor.
Mm-hmm.
But the victim, did you ever see him?
I didn't.
Yeah, see, because they were really dead.
Spoilers for Murder, She Wrote.
Oh, yes, a show made in the 80s.
BT dubs.
BT dubs.
When you go back and you watch Murder, She Wrote, don't trust that John Astin character.
I'm gonna just say, more than likely, if there's a famous actor in the show, they probably did it.
Sometimes not.
Leslie
Nielsen was only framed for murder. Oh no, more spoilers
for a 30-year-old show.
I'm so sorry. I'm ruining Murder, She Wrote for all of you.
Yes, it's terrible.
It's so hard to figure out if you're not in the know. It's really, there's a lot of twists and turns.
So much depth.
Yeah, there's a lot of depth to the characters.
Yes.
It's very...
I watched it when it came out, so I was probably like 6 or 7 or something. I remember my grandmother watching it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I remember. Like, I'm sure if I watched an episode, I'd be like, "Oh yes, I vaguely remember this episode."
I'm gonna expose you to some Murder, She Wrote.
No, it's gonna be like Golden Girls all over again. I'm gonna have weird.
Golden Girls was the best. Don't you slander my Golden
Girls.
Girls.
No, Golden Girls is fine, but that was a show that I watched with my grandparents, and it was mostly my grandmother. Grandfather did not.
What about Columbo?
Oh, I loved Columbo.
All right. Okay. We can work with Columbo.
No, I used to watch all that stuff. Rockford Files, Columbo, Murder, She Wrote, Sherlock Holmes, Scarecrow and Mrs. King, Simon and Simon.
Simon and Simon.
Magnum P.I.
There was a crossover with Magnum P.I. and Murder, She Wrote, in case you didn't know.
I probably knew that, but I don't remember. It was a long time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Magnum wanted some of that Lansbury. That's all I'm saying. Just saying that Angela cleans up in this series. She never stays with anybody too long. Sometimes she arrests them for murder. But oh yeah, she can get it.
That's a new level of...
No, you didn't realize that when you were a kid. But let me tell you, rewatching as an adult, oh yeah.
Well, it's like rewatching...
Angela is not only murdering, she's murdering in the bed as well.
Oh, you just ruined that whole... Oh, that, yep. And on that note, I'm going to press a button because now I need like 20 minutes to not think about any of that.
It's 1:45. Oh, I must get a little hand put on that watch.
Aye, it's about time you were tuned into Mad Wasp Radio. Always the best coming out of the nest. Aye, thank you all.
So, I have a question.
Okay.
If you were going to be a character in a 1980s cartoon.
Oh.
What character and what show?
Well,
or maybe not. Maybe any. We can also just do any cartoon. How about that?
The 80s weren't a great time to
cartoons.
be a character in a
Okay.
cartoon.
All right, any cartoon.
Okay, well, you've clearly thought about this.
I did not.
Okay.
I did not think about it. I just threw it out there.
You sprang this on me.
I know.
Name a character in an 80s cartoon you want to be. And I'm like, they all
suck.
I mean, I grew up in the 80s. Like, don't come at me. But, like, let's be
honest. They were all made to sell toys.
They're all terrible. I saw the Care Bears movie and the My Little Pony movie in the theaters. And the Transformers movie have never been the same. Ruined my childhood, along with all of the Don Bluth and all of the Disney that just tried to destroy our souls.
All right. Okay.
I don't want to be in the secret of Nim.
All right. Okay. So how about current cartoons?
Grunkle Stan, Gravity Falls, no questions.
Okay.
Didn't even have to think about it.
Nope.
Yes, I want to run a sketchy ass pit stop that is ripping tourists off, hunting cryptids in the woods, secret underground bunker. There is nothing about this reality. I have two little kick-ass cousin child things that come to that come to visit me. Some nibbles. There's nothing about this reality. I gotta wear a fez. There's nothing about this reality I do not enjoy. I might punch somebody. You don't know. Might be. I'm probably drunk. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. All right.
I mean, also, alternatively, if we can spin it a little bit, I would be the Mabel version of Grunkle Stan running the Mystery Shack.
Okay. Yeah.
If I can get a little AU with it.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I mean, this is who would you be
in
your reality if you were in a cartoon?
Yeah, I would definitely have taken over the Mystery Shack.
Okay.
At some point. Possibly through force. Read my you can read my Gravity Falls fanfic on my AO3 account.
Fair enough. All right.
The sad part is I have an AO3 account. There's nothing on it. And I feel like I really need to write a fanfiction at some point just to complete the joke.
Yes, you do.
It's been a long time since I've written fanfiction. Maybe it's time to break out those Gundam Wing DVDs. I don't know. All right, same question. Is it Gundam Wing? You're going to be in Gundam Wing?
No. I would be Louise Belcher.
That's also not an 80s cartoon.
I know.
So your original premise was flawed.
Yeah, no. Oh, well, if we're going to go with my original premise, the 80s cartoon, I would be Gloomy Bear. From the Care Bears.
From the Care Bears?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Baroness from G.I. Joe. I don't know. I just want to wear a black cat suit and some glasses.
And
carry a big gun.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And shoot some guys.
I just want to be Gloomy Bear and walk around and put rain clouds on everybody.
Just put a kibosh on everybody's good time.
Everybody having fun? Yep, that's what I want to do. Yep. That's my whole. Yep. Yeah. I feel like that's a thing.
I mean, what are my other choices? I could join the cast of the Glowworms. That was a
Oh, wait, Jem and the Holograms.
Oh, you forgot about them, didn't you?
Oh.
You want to be a misfit, don't you?
I do. I want to be Roxy.
I don't know which one that is.
The white-haired. She was the white-haired.
Oh, okay.
Drummer.
Yeah. For the Misfits.
Yeah, for the Misfits. That's who I always wanted to be.
Could I be Velma from Scooby-Doo?
Sure, why not?
That's not really an 80s cartoon.
No, but it ran and it ran.
Oh, but they do have the terrible 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo that was on in the 80s. That Scrappy-Doo is in it.
Yes,
and then
you'd have to be stuck with Scrappy-Doo.
There was also a small child in that.
Oh yes, Pedro, Paco.
I don't know,
he had
some upsetting
name.
Racist name. I could potentially murder Scrappy-Doo though.
Yes. Which would be good for everyone.
Vincent Price would be on board. I could get Vincent.
Also, then we could just have a crossover with Murder She Wrote, and it's right back, and then we're right back on topic.
Right back around.
We're right back on topic.
There we go.
Look at us. It's a crossover.
This is the crossover episode
of so the Scooby-Doo Murder She Wrote crossover.
Scooby-Doo Murder
that never
She Wrote,
happened.
Gravity Falls, Coffee House fanfic.
Yeah. There you go.
It's a slow burn. I'll leave you to decide who the slow burn is between.
Yes.
Spoilers, it's Angela Lansbury and everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Her
and Grunkle Stan.
And Grunkle Stan and Vincent Price.
Yes.
She's working those mans.
Yes. Also, she's also the murderer.
And she's but she murders Scrappy-Doo, so it's all fine in the end.
It's fine.
Oh no, now I'm gonna have to write this because I'm already coming up with plot points.
Yeah.
Damn it.
This is how this works.
I don't want to write the Scooby-Doo 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo / Murder She Wrote / Gravity Falls / whatever fanfic.
Gloomy Bear will just be sitting on a shelf.
He's watching.
He's just a stuffed toy.
He's watching the cheer in the world, the cheer meter,
fade.
Just bottom out, and he doesn't care.
Yeah,
he wants to let it.
Yeah,
he's gonna let the world burn.
He does. I feel that. I feel that in my soul, in my heart space.
Oh, this has been one of the more bizarre conversations we've had.
Well, yes, it's been a weird
week.
It's been a weird week, and I'm not going to bore our listeners with the tumultuous life events that have happened for me during the past week, because it's just ridiculous.
But we do have some good news.
Yes, we do. We do have some good news. First good news is that we have been available to do the Clockwork Ball for New Year's Eve in Saxabaha. We've been scheduled for it. It's been approved. We're working on it. We've got a band that we're trying to get set up. So
in the works.
So hopefully.
But you've heard them on the show.
Yes, hopefully that will happen, and we'll let you know more details as that comes to fruition. I mean, it is July, so it's a ways away, but it sneaks up on you.
Also, something to look forward to after many, many, many months in awful quarantine
in the Pandanomicon,
and we're not going to go to DanCon this year, and just
so there's that.
No fun.
Yeah, but the other good thing, maybe. I mean, it might be good for some of us. I don't know. It will be
definitely
terrible.
Not good for our livers.
Yeah, our livers will die. But we have been asked to do another season of Lushington's Lounge. So we are working towards that, and hopefully we will have that recorded sometime this year. And
maybe next year.
Or maybe next year. It will depend. It will totally depend on what kind of schedule we've got going on. But yeah, so look forward to that. If you haven't checked out the show before, go to YouTube and type in Lushington's Lounge, and you can watch the early episodes and then our season 2, where we actually had some some money and
just watch
and
the
some
episodes
skills.
of the puppets.
Yeah.
Well, skills.
Well,
we had some skills behind the camera.
yes.
Not in front
Someone
of.
else edited them and filmed it for us and made it look very professional, whereas we are still idiots.
Yeah, that's right. There were no skills present in front of the lens, but behind the lens.
Behind the lens, it was totally wonderful. And so, so we're looking forward to that, and that will be fun. And if you have any suggestions of Victorian cocktails that we should drink for the first time, please
if you want to torture us.
Yes, please email us at clockworkcabaret@gmail.com and give us some suggestions.
Or if you would just like to help support this show and these ridiculous things we do, you can do that. Head on to agonyauntstudios.com, and there you will see our Ko-fi. Coffee?
It's coffee.
Coffee. I don't know how to pronounce words. They're foreign to me. Patreon, and you can also donate to us on PayPal. All of that goes into the show. You can follow us on social media. We are available everywhere at Lady Attercop and Emmett Davenport. Or Mad Spinstress, I think, for you.
Yeah, depending on where I am. I got that because I play video games, and I keep thinking that I'm going to start a Twitch feed, and then I don't.
And someone stole their Emmett Davenport tag on Instagram.
Yeah.
Enjoy that. I don't know what you thought you were going to do with it.
Yeah,
but enjoy it, whoever has it.
Yeah. And so with that, this has been the Clockwork Cabaret. She is Lady Attercop.
There, Emmett Davenport.
And it's not work we do, it's love.
If you've got a craving for 60 minutes of indie, alternative and Britpop bangers, then I've got just the thing for you. Join me, Mark Taylor, every Tuesday evening at 8 p.m. here on Mad Wasp Radio for Champagne Supernova.
Champagne Supernova.
Mad Wasp Radio.